All right. Hey, welcome everyone. I'm John. I'm super proud to be your teammate. Joining me is members of our leadership team here in Camden, New Jersey. As always, we got lots and lots going on, which is a good thing. So as always, it's we got to pack this in an hour. We have questions at the end, but let's get to we have 5 different participating sites today. So let's get that started and go right to Fort Belvoir. Fort Belvoir. Fort Belvoir, are you on? Oh, man, I missed that.
It looks so good.
You guys have to unmute.
Are they agreeing? Do they know?
Hey, you guys have to unmute.
We can't hear you.
I don't think they.
Well, they can't see us. Can they hear us? Are we muted?
Go to the next.
Oh, this isn't good.
Go back to John so they can tell. They can hear you.
Hey, Belvoir, you're on mute.
Let's go back to them. I'll text you.
All right, we're having technical difficulties at Belvoir. All right, we'll go back to them. So now let's go to Zoe in Austin, Texas.
Hello from the Lone Star State. My name is Juana Santana, and I am the community manager at Zoe, located in Austin, Texas. Our team includes Victoria Guthamson, that's not here, but she is the assistant community manager. Amy Govia, she is the leasing specialist, and my maintenance team, James Harris, the maintenance supervisor, Billy, Mom, maintenance tech, and James Molina, the groundskeeper. Zoe is a market rate community that opened our doors last December. We are currently occupied at 48.04%, and we will be at 100% soon. Our community has 306 units, including studios, 1-bedroom and 2-bedrooms apartments. We offer conference and private workspace, a weight and cardio studio, smart gym, an aqua lounge, and cooled resort-style pool, and pet spa. One unique quality in our community is our Sky Lounge, which provides spectacular views of the Austin skyline. Our team goes above and beyond to provide the best in customer service to our residents and live lives. See you in Austin. Woo!
Thank you, Team Zoe. Now we're going to go to Charleston Place in Stockton, California.
I'm the community manager at Charleston Place Apartment in Stockton. This is Sharma. He's the maintenance supervisor, and our day-to-day staff is just the 2 of us. Behind us is from corporate and other sites. We're celebrating our 25-year anniversary in Charleston. Some of the amenities are, we have a swimming pool, we have the community center, we have 2 playgrounds here at Charleston Place. We're located in like an ideal place in Charleston. We're a straight tax credit site. We have 82 units, and it's just me and Sharma as a team here. Something I guess unique about our site is there's a lot of cultural diversity with our residents and our site, so we're constantly learning and getting educated, and we all kind of come together as a community and family here at Charleston. And I know we'd like to recognize some of our staff team today as cultural ambassadors.
So first up, we're gonna have this gentleman's been with us for more than 15 plus years. He's been a go-to guy for us. Anytime we need something, he's been pulled in many different directions, but yet still maintains his property to a very high standard. I would like to give this ambassador pin to Paul Wilcox.
All right, we have one person who's not with us today. We wanted to recognize Scott Young at Whitmore Oaks. He's been with our company for quite some time, actually started out of maintenance and is one of our community managers in the Ceres area. So congratulations, Scott. We've got your gift. We'll bring it by with you soon. We'd also like to recognize Sharma. Sharma's been at the property 2 years here at Charleston, but he's always willing to help, and he's close to different properties and helps whenever he's needed or asked to. So we really appreciate his hard work and dedication.
So thank you, Charleston Place. Congratulations to our cultural ambassadors. Let's keep them going, team. All right, so next we're going to Chestnut Hills, which is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's part of our the Real America portfolio that we just acquired a few months ago.
All right.
Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be able to.
Sorry, we're getting feedback. Fort Wayne, nice rainy, gray day. Just a blinking light. Oh, it's doing.
I don't either.
Anyways, this is John Anderson, the regional property manager.
Hi. Okay. Are you?
I don't know if they can hear us.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
know. I was.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Me? Okay. All right. So, wanted to say that first, we're happy to be here. It's been a long time for this transition to get started. And the initial transition of the Real America sites that took place on March 1st, 12 properties came over, 6 of those properties being in Fort Wayne, Chestnut Hills, which is where we are today, with Lindsay, and Adam, over there. Okay. And then we have Hamilton Point with Melissa and Mike. Melissa also has Randall Lofts Commercial, which is downtown Fort Wayne. Maysville Landing is Sasha and Dan. There.
Oh, there we go now.
Stellhorn Point, we have Rosalind and Gary. All right, in Stillwater Point, we have John. There he is. And then in Huntington, there's Howenstein Hills 2, which is one of a 2-phase property. The second phase will come with the last transition. That property right now is with me, and Richard is the maintenance person who is not here with us today. He's actually on the computer watching. Warsaw, we have the Heron Preserve 1, 2, and Heron Corporate Housing. Those are they're about an hour from here, and they're not here with us live today. And then, of course, in the south, we have Clary Crossing, which is Sade Hearns and Ernest Archie, and Willow Manor Senior, which is Marissa Abel and Mickey Ellis. And then, of course, with Real America, we also got David Lamb, who he is here.
Hey, everyone.
So David is in facilities. Once we're done with, like, the next phase would be one property, which is the LaSalle coming over in late April. And then the rest of the properties, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 more properties coming by the end of May. Once we're done, all of those properties, we're looking at about 1,200 units in total have been added to the Indiana portfolio.
Thanks, Heather. And for all America teammates, welcome to the Michaels family. Looking forward to a long and successful career with Michaels and continuing our growth in the Midwest. Thank you. Next, we're going to go to Easton, Pennsylvania.
Hello from Gray, Easton, Pennsylvania, where we're having a lot
is made up of 97 subsidized apartments in historic downtown Easton. My name is Melissa Hess, I'm the community manager. I have Pete Liberto, who's our super here. Don't know what we do without him. Back there, I've got our assistant, our part-time PCA. I just show up. And we have Ramona Close in back of me, and Fabian, newest maintenance tech, and we have our newest service coordinator for Better Tomorrows, Tracy, and we are joined by our sister properties and our RPM Natalie Worst. Our residents are really lucky to be in the downtown area, where they can go and visit the Crayola factory. We're home of Crayola crayons. There's a lot of history down in Easton. We also are known for our Bacon Fest and our Garlic Fests, and the mayor has been very active in getting the the seniors into the community. They're ramping that up a lot, so we're working with the city to try to get more activities for seniors down here. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Team Easton. And where are we going next? So now we're off to Ascension Manor in Philadelphia.
Good afternoon, Michaels. My name is John Sivak. I'm the site manager or community manager here at Ascension Manor. Ascension Manor is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We have two towers, Ascension Manor 1 and Ascension Manor 2. Ascension Manor 1 was built in 1968. Ascension Manor 2 was built in 1978. Combined between the two buildings, we have 281 apartments. 82% of those apartments have project-based Section 8 rental assistance on it. 18% are straight market rate units. We have studios, we have one-bedroom apartments. We rent out to people 62 and over. And we are owned by the Ukrainian Catholic Archdiocese of Philadelphia. Joining me today in our community room at Ascension Manor 1, we have representatives from a number of the Philadelphia properties that are managed by Michaels. Our VP, our senior VP is Chuck Durnan. He's here with us today. We also have Julianne Duca, our regional property manager, and Lorna Brown. And we also have Andy Filipovich from our owners representing the Ascension Manor Board of Directors and the Ukrainian Catholic Church. I'd like to take a moment to introduce my staff if I can. First, we'll start with maintenance. We've got John Simchuk. John's been with us for over 40 years. We also have Roberto Dones. Roberto's been with us for 3 years, but he's been with Michaels for the last 15 years. We also have James Graham. And James has been with us for 4 years. With the office crew, we have Bill Malinowski. Bill? Bill is the assistant manager over at Ascension Manor 2. He's been with us for 41 years. We have Steve Nisevich. And Steve is our assistant manager over at Ascension Manor 1. He's been with us for almost 9 years now. We have Laura Rosado. Laura's our recertification specialist, been with us for almost 9 years now. We have Beverly Lane, our social service coordinator. She just started last week with us, and we have Barbara Katz. Barbara, please stand up. Barbara Katz is our social service coordinator. She announced in December that she's going to be retiring. She went from full-time to part-time, and she is, I guess she's going to be fully retired by the end of this month. And today is also Barbara's birthday, so we just want to wish her a happy birthday. I'd like to take a moment, if I could, to give kudos out to the folks over at the corporate headquarters over at Camden, New Jersey. I don't know if everyone had a chance to read the Michaels Uplift newsletter that came out a couple days ago, but if you did, you would see that Michaels has been doing a collection over at the corporate headquarters over there to benefit the victims of the war over in Ukraine. They've been collecting all kinds of good stuff. They've been collecting medical supplies. They've been collecting first aid kits, baby formula, diapers, wipes. They've been collecting wheelchairs, walkers, canes, anything that they could. And those donations are going to be donated to a nonprofit, sent over to Ukraine to benefit the victims over there. At the Michaels, we talk about lifting lives, and there is a country full of people that need their lives lifted. And these contributions are definitely going to be, taken well by the people who need them. So I just wanted to say thank you to the teammates over at corporate headquarters for doing this collection. Also, I just wanted to bring up a few people here with me right now. Part of the collections that's going on at the Michaels. I want to ask Chuck Durnan to come on up. Chuck is our senior VP. I wanted to ask Julianne Duca. Julianne's our regional PM, and Laura Brown as well. I'd like to ask Andrew Filipovich. Andrew, please come up. Like I said earlier, Andrew is a representative from the Ukrainian Catholic Church. He sits on our board of directors. He's a senior member of our board, and he's also legal counsel to the Ukrainian Archdiocese of Philadelphia. So I'm going to pass it over to Chuck.
So we've had the pleasure of managing this relationship with the Ukrainian Church and with Ascension Manor for more years than I care to remember. I've known Andy for all of those years, and it seems as then some. So, Andy, on behalf of the Michaels organization, this is a check for $10,000 to be presented to you for the Ukrainian American relief effort for the folks in Ukraine. So thanks for all you guys do here for us. And this is the support from all the folks in Philadelphia who have come to help support Ukraine.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the long-term relationship we've had with the Michaels organization. We value your support, and we look forward to many more years of a healthy relationship in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. John, back to you.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Chuck. Happy birthday, Barbara. And Julianne, it's great to see you. John, you said it very well about lifting lives. And I can't thank our teammates enough here at the home office and helping with Ukraine Relief Fund. It just, it's having your backs, right? And that's what we do at Michaels. And I can give you countless examples and all the natural catastrophes have been happening the last few years. Whether it be in St. Croix, whether it be the fires in California. I mean, it's always teammates stepping up to help each other. And this is just the latest example. All the atrocities going on in Ukraine, and for us to be able to help out just a little bit is really meaningful. And it just goes to who we are, helping each other out constantly, having our backs, and lifting lives. So it's super proud to be part of all that. So thank you. So we're going to go back to Fort Belvoir in Virginia. Fort Belvoir.
Stand walk across the screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, from the Villages at Belvoir team, coming to you live from beautiful Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Can you hear us this time?
Yes.
All right. My name is Zach Allen. I'm the project director at the Villages at Belvoir. We are one of 8 sites acquired from another company last year that came under Michaels ownership. We're super proud to be a part of the Michaels ownership family. We cater only to military active duty here. We have all branches are represented across the 2,077 homes that we currently have online. We've got a team of 83 individuals that work hard every day to lift lives in these military families' day-to-day lives. So with that, I'm going to introduce Jennifer Watkins, the community director.
Hi, everyone, and it's my pleasure to share a little bit more about our community with all of you. As Zach shared, we have just about 2,100 homes, and we enjoy about a 97% occupancy rate across our 15 villages. We have some new construction homes coming online soon, and everyone's excited to be offering those to our military families. With the busy PCS
season coming up, welcoming families to the community. We have just over 800 families on our wait list looking to potentially become one of our new residents in the upcoming months. Of course, our homes don't take care of themselves, and our phenomenal team of maintenance professionals make sure that everything runs smoothly in our homes, and they stand ready to take care of our residents when the work order is placed. And with this, I introduce you to Tom Fagan, our facilities director.
Good afternoon, everyone. The mighty maintenance team here at the Village of Belvoir is comprised of 56 very talented individuals that their mission is to take care of our military families every day, providing safe and secure housing for those families. Some fun facts about our team here. We on average take about we receive approximately 30,000 work orders annually. We turn and make ready 900 homes annually. And our team is dedicated and has years of service. Over 10 of our maintenance employees have been with the project for 10 plus years.
Awesome, thank you. We want to take a few moments to recognize a couple teammates that were recently nominated to be Culture Ambassadors. So Courtney and Jordan as well. So as Jennifer pins you, I'm going to read something very briefly from what was written about you guys. We received a ICE comment from a major sphere who all three of the leasing agents, Tania, Jordan, and Courtney, had worked directly with. He said that what they're doing every day exemplifies doing well by doing the extraordinary. They're adding to the quality of life for the military families, and that all bases should reach the level of service these ladies provided his family. So thank you, ladies, for your service. And then Shauna was recently nominated as well by Jennifer. We have a shortage down at maintenance of CSRs. We'd asked for some help from community management offices, and Shauna quickly signed up for 5 spaces. So she's spending a lot of time in maintenance right now. Thank you, Shauna, for your help. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach, and the Belvoir team. Thank you for what you're doing to our military families every day. Thank you. And I just want to give you a brief update before we get to Mark Morgan and our strategic plan. You know, it's been 2 years plus, into COVID right now, and every time it seems like we're past it, we get hit over the head again. And it's this time, even COVID is definitely, the cases are better, and the hospital cases are much lower than they are. But if we have supply chain issues that continue, we have inflation that's rampant right now. So it seems like at every turn when we think we're past it, something else happening. And we've said previously in December we're on target to close 25 deals, but each one of those 25 deals across market and affordable is really having issues with price increases and construction costs, and every single one of them. And it's definitely a drag on our development, and it's hard enough, and these guys are working hard every day to make that work. But just like everything else, our teammates always rise to the challenge, and certainly going to do the same thing. And it just reminds me of how good our team is, right? Whenever we have issues, when we're facing, we're always finding solutions. Just so many of our teammates are so talented in figuring out solutions. With our construction team, with our in-house architect with Urban Practices, Brandon Haley's team is the construction managers. That collaboration is greater than ever, and it's really needed in times like this. So the collaboration between our management, development, construction, and finance team is stronger than ever. Our one management team is getting better day by day and incorporating that, and we're a good year into it. And Kimberly and her team has done a phenomenal job at making that happen. Our acquisition teams, led by Canal, is that's really heating up. after the Real American portfolio, they're jumping into several portfolios right now. And all this is creating opportunities for our teammates throughout the country. So great job, Canal, in moving that forward. Mark's going to talk a little bit about the strategic plan that we're laying out. It's a bold goal. Our overall goal is to reach 100,000 units in the next 5 years, which is a pretty bold goal, but I think it's certainly achievable with our teammates across the country. So just thank you for what you do every day. I don't say it lightly that I'm super proud of what we do and who we are, and it's all because of our teammates doing it every day across the country. So thank you. Mark?
Thank you, John. So I just have a quick update for everybody on the strategic plan. I know I've spoken about it previously on earlier town halls. But what started out last year is what I thought would be a simple revision to the plan and some tweaking became a real slog. I mean, we spent a full year at the senior leadership level going through the strategic plan, and it seemed like every turn something else would come up, and things such as standing up the acquisitions team, and that had to be a whole new section of the plan. And then we got rolling with that, and then suddenly we were acquiring a large military portfolio, and with that came a large asset management team, which provided additional opportunities for us, which of course needed revision inside the plan. But I'm happy to report that we did finalize the plan in January. We spent the month of February and maybe the first week of March with the senior leadership team going through that plan with their executive teams and middle management teams to understand what their role was into executing on the plan and what responsibilities they had to make sure that we met the goals that we're outlining in the plan. Recently, I've sat down with Laura Zahner to work on a version of the plan that we're going to post on the intranet, and we will send out an email with a link to that so that every employee will have the opportunity to take a look at our strategic plan and what our goals are moving forward. John mentioned, the most bold goal of all of 100,000 units. We're excited about that. We certainly think we can get there with all of the development and acquisition opportunities that we have in front of us. But I will ask you to please look out for in the next, I'd say, week to 2 weeks, an email with a link to the strategic plan. And, I think you'll be as excited as we are about it once you have a chance to dig into it. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Matt Sullivan, the lead of our new asset management team here in Camden.
Thanks, Mark. And as I've said many times before, and I believe I speak for all of our new teammates, I cannot be more thrilled to have joined the Michaels family last year. With the acquisition of the military housing properties last August, we brought 15 new faces to the Michaels family and brought our investment management platform to complement the great work that Jim, Jed, Kelly, and Paul have been doing for quite some time. Outside of our Camden office, most of our teammates are dispersed along the coast, primarily co-located with our existing military assets. I think this competitive advantage gives us deep local knowledge and local market expertise and experience in many of the markets in which we're expanding, like Northern and Southern California, Georgia, Colorado, Florida, and Virginia. On the next slide, as far as what asset managers actually do, I like to say it's a little bit of everything. As I mentioned on our 5 minutes with Michaels last year, I often think of asset managers as the quarterbacks of a real estate deal, seeing the property through its life cycle from acquisition through development, property management, asset management, and ultimately recapitalization, whether that's through a refinance or disposition. Or said maybe a little more succinctly, we plan, we execute, and we report. That cycle then helps us inform our future planning for the property. And on the last slide, so what that means from an asset level perspective, I've tried to visualize here from a very high level what it is we do for our 3 asset types: military, affordable, and student and market, as well as our interaction with the acquisitions team. As you can probably guess, we're most integrated on our military properties, with most of our efforts focused on executing our out-year development plans and combining all of our projects into one holding company to pool our resources and diversify our risks. Noticeably absent from this slide is operations, which is an ongoing joke between Kimberly and me since our team stepped firmly out of the operations roles with our transitions to Michaels. The military properties are in great hands with Kimberly and Sherry's teams and their new project directors who've really taken the reins of the relationship management with the military across the portfolio. No longer being in the weeds and operations has freed the team up to expand from 15,000 military housing units to rapidly rolling out the platform to the rest of the Michaels portfolio. Most of the focus so far has been on our affordable properties, targeting potential HAP contract opportunities, loan conversions, 4% LIHTC resyndications, and selectively refinancing our portfolio to capitalize on our historically low interest rate environment. We've also plugged into the great work that Kanal's team is doing on the acquisitions front, assisting with underwriting and financing of properties and portfolios and evaluating 4% resyndications of certain properties. I think the last piece of the puzzle here is rolling out the investment management platform to our student and market portfolios. While we have, I think, served as an integral team members for several mixed team successful proposals, we look forward to implementing our structure outlined here to the rest of the properties in 2022. And with that, I'll hand it over to Kimberly to give an update on Michaels Management.
Thank you. And I'm so happy to have the asset management as part of our organization. I've been giving John and Mark a bad time for 10 years that we need a deeper asset management. So now I'm going to have to find something else to complain about. I'll work on that. I want to give you a quick update on the merging of the management companies. It's going very well. There was an announcement that went out about a month ago on the intranet talking about streamlining. We changed a few positions, made some promotions, enhanced it. I'm not going to take the time to go into the detail here, but I encourage you to go back and read it. The intent was to provide more support, streamline things, and improve our operations. Another announcement that just went out in the last 2 weeks was about our new Teammate of the Quarter Awards. I'll take just a minute to talk about that. This is a site level award. We recognize that the sites every day are just out there front and center, lifting lives and working so hard representing the company. We wanted to give some more recognition there. So each region, whether it's military, affordable, or student market, pick 2 teammates of the quarter. One that's on the administrative side, in the office, leasing, etc., and one's on the facilities, maintenance, groundkeepers side. And they go ahead and the district managers, regional managers submit those up to their VPs. The VPs review them and submit them up, and we go ahead and make the selection, and that comes out. So that'll be approximately 70 awards. And with that comes a really nice certificate and some special swag that you can only get if you're a teammate of the quarter. And I wanted to say that our first group has come out. I think we have those names. Congratulations to our teammates of the quarter for April 2022. Please reach out to everyone, tell them congratulations. We appreciate all that we do. We appreciate this recognition. And on another note, congratulations to all the cultural ambassadors that were pinned today and that we've continued to recognize. This is a program that anyone can recognize. It doesn't have to be in your area. It can be across the different companies. It can be anyone that you feel like is just really exemplifying the Michaels spirit. So keep sending in those cultural ambassadors. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Donna.
Great. Thanks, Kimberly. Hello, teammates. Well, it's that time of year when we hold our annual benefits open enrollment. So I want to spend a little bit of time talking about that. This open enrollment occurring in April is applicable to everyone except our teammates in Hawaii, whose open enrollment is in June. So you received at your home address this week your open enrollment highlights booklet. This is a picture of the cover. It came in a big white envelope, so hopefully you've seen that in your mail. So please take some time to review the highlights, and if you have a spouse, we encourage you to share it with your spouse as well. So our open enrollment is your opportunity to enroll or make changes in your current benefit elections. For example, if you want to enroll or change your medical plan, you want to enroll in dental, add dependents, increase your life insurance, you have it from Monday, April 11th through Friday, April 22nd to complete the process. And instructions for making your changes are in your open enrollment booklet. and you'll use the My Express enrollment system to do that. This is a passive open enrollment. This means that if you do not make any changes during open enrollment, your current benefit elections will remain in effect for the next benefit plan year beginning June 1st. The only exception to this is for those who participate in the flexible spending or health savings accounts. You have to make your election to participate in these plans or make a contribution to these plans every year. The IRS requires this. So make sure you go in during open enrollment into the My Benefits Express system and make your elections for FSA and HSA. And again, all elections made during open enrollment will be effective for our new plan year. That's effective June 1st and continues through May 31st, 2023. For those teammates enrolled in our Aetna medical plan or MetLife dental plan, we are very happy to let you know that there are no increases to payroll contributions for this upcoming benefit plan year, beginning June 1st and continuing through May 31st. So while our cost of groceries have gone up and we pay more for gas at the pump, your medical plan contributions and your dental plan contributions have not gone up. So that's great news. Also, there's no changes to our benefit plan design, so no increases to copays or your deductibles. And Michaels is able to do this because our medical plan results show that the healthcare programs we have implemented over the past several years and our healthy and wellness choices that you and your dependents have made to help control medical claims have had a very positive effect on our medical claim results for the 21-22 plan year. And we have even more great news for our teammates enrolled in the Aetna medical plan. We are rewarding everyone who participates in the Aetna medical plan with a premium holiday for May of 2022. The premium holiday means that for the 2 payrolls in May, issued May 6th and May 20th, the medical premiums will not be deducted from your paychecks. Michaels will cover that cost. So we're able to do this because of our collective efforts to control medical costs under our Aetna plan, and this is paid off. And Michaels wants to thank you by having this premium holiday for you for the month of May. You know, thank you everyone for helping to control our medical claims costs. I want to mention with this open enrollment, we're pleased to let you know that on June 1st, we're implementing a new and vastly improved employee assistance plan through CareBridge. This EAP provides you and your family confidential support services for mental health, such as stress, burnout, grief, and work-life issues, such as childcare and elder care concerns. More information will be provided to you regarding this new and improved benefit over the coming weeks. And just a reminder to submit your passport to health activities to Attentive Health by April 15th, so you can earn your wellness rewards for the new plan year. And your biometric screening, you need to have that completed with Quest by April 15th. And as we all know, if our biometric scores are met, there are bonuses to be paid. So hope you participate in that program. I'm going to switch gears from open enrollment and talk about our Teammate Referral Award program. So our Teammate Referral Program is a program where our teammates can refer folks that they know and that they believe in for employment with Michaels. And what better way for us to staff our positions than through referrals from our teammates who work for us. But for the next 6 months, we really want to incentivize you even more to refer qualified individuals for open positions. So we're increasing our referral bonus from $500 to $1,000 for candidates referred and offered a position by Michaels through September 30th, 2022. So for you to see what positions we have open, it's really easy. Just go to the homepage of our intranet. You click on the job opportunities link. It takes you to our careers portal and you can view current job opportunities. And of course, you want to look at this portal yourself for opportunities that are open within Michaels. We will publish more information tomorrow on our Teammate Referral Program. And April is Diversity Month. Diversity Month was established in 2004 to help us gain a deeper understanding and appreciation of each other and our differences. And in recognition of Diversity Month, our DEI Council announced that this week is DEI Week at Michael's, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of information about that. The council's put in a lot of effort into this week, providing speakers, webinars, resources to help and inform us and enlighten us in diversity, equity, and inclusion. So our thanks go out to the DEI Council, Granville Tate, Melanie Gilbert, Leanne Bowers, Christy Kalo, Courtney Gower, Brittany Blunt, and Andrew Brown on a great DEI week. Thank you very much. And last in my update, but certainly not least, our 12th annual Achievers Summit will be held April 25th through 27th in Atlantic City. We're looking forward to seeing our 30 achievers listed here at the end of the month for a few days of networking, learning, recognition, and of course, we're going to have some fun. So congratulations, achievers, on your well-deserved recognition, and thank you for all your contributions to Michael's. So that concludes the HR update. Thank you so much for your attention, and at this time, I'll turn it back to John.
Thanks, Donna. And just go back for our medical costs. I mean, it's, generally across the board, the last bunch of years, there's been double-digit increases in healthcare costs. And with Donna and her team, it's just an extraordinary job keeping our costs low and monitoring our wellness programs. And like you just saw from Donna, instead of increases, we're actually going the other way and giving premium a holiday. So thank you, Donna, for all you and your team for all you're doing. Achievers, congratulations. It's certainly an honor and to recognize your achievements the past year. Thank you for all those who submitted names and nominations. I think the Achiever Summit is really cool because your colleagues and your teammates took the time to write an application, submit it for all your good work. So congratulations. And next up is Keisha and Raul from California. We always talk about collaboration and at Michael's, we're certainly better when we work together. It's like teammate exponentially in getting things done. No better example is what Keisha and Raul are doing in California over the last 12, 18 months in working collaboratively with their teams and looking for new opportunities. So at that, I'd like to introduce Keisha and Raul.
Hi, folks.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Keisha, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. I'm Keisha Boulware. I'm the Regional Vice President for Affordable Development in California and now Arizona.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raul Amesqua. I'm with Michael Student Living. I'm a Vice President of Development and kind of oversee our public-private partnerships in the West Coast, but primarily in California. Kind of want to talk today with Keisha about sort of our experiences over the last 2+ years about just working together and being one Michael's and embracing that philosophy and how it's really kind of paid off for us in the organization. When I got here, Joe Coyle and Ned Williams really told me about the one Michael's philosophy and to embrace that, and that, we don't really have silos at Michael's, that we're a family, like I think Matt Sullivan, spoke about earlier. And what that really allowed me to do was connect into Keisha and her wealth of knowledge in the affordable housing sector here, especially in California. And what we've done is really collaborated over this time period to share opportunities. We check in with each other on a regular basis. Usually lately it's multiple times a week, but it started out as monthly. And now we've even added acquisitions to that monthly call so we can make sure that we're all kind of oaring in the same direction. And I think even on a deeper level, what we do is we make sure that we make introductions to one another for potential partners. That could be general contractors out in the market, architects, and public sector partners. And it's really paid off really well. And the thing that's great about it is that we've created a dynamic within our collaborative teams of really being open to each other's ideas or concerns and objections and really working together to find the best path forward. And I think Keisha's going to talk about some of those opportunities that we pursued and actually won.
Yeah, thanks, Raul. I think you highlighting our willingness to be open to each other's ideas and concerns and dig deeper on various issues has really led to our success. So just want to mention a few of our recent wins and tie them to our corporate values. Number one, I got your back. I feel completely supported by Raul and his team and the constellation of supports. I'll give you an example. We have a new project coming up called Slauson and Wall. It's a 500 unit mixed income, mixed use project in South LA. Raul brought us the general contractor so that we could get some reasonable and hard numbers. We have the politics on that, and we're really excited to launch that one. That was really a joint effort, affordable and market rate. Next is Cal State University Monterey Bay. Raul led an amazing dynamic team. That's another recent win, 72-acre site up in Monterey Bay. And also he had the insight to bring in the military team. So we're really just expanding this collaboration across all the groups in California. Next, doing well by doing the extraordinary. One of the first times I met Raul was at a meeting with SDSU, San Diego State University, where our experience in student housing, our great reputation preceded us. We came in as an expert and really influenced an RFP that the university was putting out for a new neighborhood. Raul was shortlisted for a market rate component, and I've got a bid in now for an affordable piece. And finally, let's go out a little bit further. We are this close, everyone keep their fingers crossed, to winning an RFP from the state of California for an over 1,000 unit mixed income, mixed use development in San Diego that covers 2 city blocks. So, you know, we just keep reaching for the stars. And we know we're going on to the next frontier. I think what we're trying to do as Team California is really take our combined knowledge into new and innovative solutions for the state. So a couple examples. We're trying to bring affordable housing into the community college space and figuring out how you can do that without tax credits. On the San Diego opportunity, we're really delving into a new financing structure called essential housing bonds that works for large scale projects. We want to rinse and repeat and do that across the state. So yeah, you know, the sky's the limit.
Thank you, Keisha. Yeah, that was awesome. And then really kind of back to one TMO, we've really, I think, done, like, for example, at CSU Monterey Bay, we've engaged with management, Kimberly and Cherie and their teams early to like really kind of share the data about unit mixes and in the development program to get their insight on that and on unit plan designs, which has been fantastic. Really utilizing in San Diego the asset management folks with MAM to really help us with some RFP and some market study research and to help us develop some development program and insight for the SDSU market rate opportunity as we're getting ready for that RFP to get cut loose. And I think what it really kind of comes down to is just, you know, being willing to pick up the phone and talk to someone, and also on the other side, be willing to take that phone call. And I think what Keisha and I think have done a good job of having our teammates embrace is just kind of the principles of communication, transparency, client service, and accountability. And I think our team has done that, and we're really the results that Keisha talked about is what's come forward from that. And I think the other piece of it across the organization is just be open-minded to change, right? We live in a world that's constantly changing all the time, and we just have to keep up with that. And I think lastly, it's, you know, teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm really excited to always engage with more teammates across all different divisions, because every time I do, I just end up learning so much more about the amazing work this organization does.
Amen.
All right, thanks. Appreciate your passion and your leadership and pushing it forward on the West Coast. Thank you. Now it's question time. Laura?
Yeah, if you want to ask a question, please use the live chat on the side of your screen, and we'll try and get to as many as possible. I just handed two to Donna that came in through the live chat. That was about who should they call if they haven't gotten their benefits booklet yet, and if they don't, make any selections? Does everything just stay the same? Those were the two questions.
Oh, okay. If you did not receive your booklet, I would suggest that you send an email to Paula Gessner, and we will help you in getting one resent to you. The other question was if I don't make any changes, what I think. Yes, everything will stay the same if you don't make any changes, except if you contribute to the flexible spending account or you want to contribute to the HSA, health savings account, you do have to make those elections at open enrollment.
Thanks, Donna. We did have this question about for Better Tomorrows, and we're lucky to have Better Tomorrows Executive Director, Pat Schwartz, with us. Pat, do you think you could talk about the goals and what are ways developers can better set up Better Tomorrows for success?
Sure, absolutely. Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for this question. I'm happy to provide an update for Better Tomorrows. So our amazing team has just completed our strategic planning process, and we've moved into the strategic operations, using the results of the various committees in fundraising, operations, communications, and more. We've standardized our onboarding process. We've built out our focus areas. We've increased our visibility and outreach to be able to tell our story in a more robust way. As you may or may not know, BT received a federal grant for over $190,000 a year for 2 years to support our efforts in researching the service and interventions in both academic engagement and job readiness, so that we can provide the most effective service and programs to both families and seniors. Once that research is completed, we'll be able to determine the level of effectiveness of the current interventions and identify where we may need to shift our approach. After 2 years of COVID, I have to say I believe our biggest goal is to rebuild a sense of community for our residents. Social isolation is literally deadly for seniors. It can also lead to communities that lack connection and demonstrate evidence of apathy. This apathy and lack of connection can then lead to concerning issues at several levels. Our community building efforts are going to vary. You'll see increased campaigns, including addressing safety, connection, and resident engagement. These activities will look, like National Night Out, sharing voter information, and addressing fire safety. As far as support on the development side, so as we move forward, it's really working together. So one is time. So we recognize that deals can move very quickly, but as this process moves forward, to really just keep Better Tomorrows in the loop and connected, because our processes take a little while too. So sometimes we find ourselves scrambling for things, and we still need to review documents and the like. Also, being mindful of the BT and the funding and building out that budget. We recognize that dollars are definitely a challenge, but recognizing that our social service coordinators need livable wages, right? So being able to build that out and ensuring that they have the supply budget that they need to do the work that they're called to do. Also being deliberate in building out the space. So making sure the coordinators have the space to do their job. So a private space to have conversations with the residents. Have a community room where that is workable, that is large enough, that these programs that we're contracted to provide are able to be provided. Very importantly, strengthening the communication regarding what's required for service and compliance. So once we know ahead of time, we can make sure that we're ahead of it as opposed to playing catch up, because that can create some significant problems for everyone as we're trying to make sure that we're dotting the I's and crossing the T's after the fact. I think it's really being mindful of the value of Better Tomorrow's contribution and ensuring that we are set up for success. In short, when we are part of the process and moving forward, proper staffing, budget, and space, and good communication, we're able to minimize the turnover, keep our sites in compliance, and achieve the great overall outcomes for the communities. So moving forward, as our goals move forward, you'll see continued changes with Better Tomorrows in 2022. Our teams will be receiving branded gear. Each site will be receiving branded materials, including table covers, banners, brochures. If you would like to listen to WXPN.org, you may hear a spot highlighting Better Tomorrows in our service. We've even advertised on highway billboards in 8 various markets across the country. We're also working to engage corporate volunteers and host events that enable employees to give back, and with the end goal of perhaps those employees then becoming individual donors. As always, we could really appreciate our partnership and the work that we do with Michael's organization. So thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you very much, Pat. We've had a couple more questions coming in, but this was submitted in advance about the construction phase and, well, people can read it, but I think, Mark, you were gonna.
Yeah, so, the questions about standardization of product and, resiliency and sustainability of products on the properties. And, this certainly has been top of mind for the last 20 years, I'd say, of my career. And obviously by getting the question, we're not communicating what our efforts have been or are to date. But we started off, building out a standardization of product and design. And on the design side, focusing mostly on our common areas, community rooms, how many offices do we need? How many square feet of community room space do we need, depending on the size of building? And it started off with a small group, and we had, a small renovation contractor in-house, and we worked diligently trying to find the right products and vendors to make sure that we were buying the right products, and we tried to get feedback from our maintenance and facilities guys across the country as best we could. That effort, I'd say, over the last 5 years has really hit turbocharge, and especially with bringing Urban Practice in and Jim Haley and his crew, where we've really focused on standardization of design, not just of common areas, but of our overall site. What's the best unit layout? What's the best, site layout that works best for management? And he's gotten input from everyone. Brandon Healy on our construction services team, he volunteered a couple of years ago to take the reins of that effort. And I know that he has representation from every single company within this organization to really find the right products and vendors to support the organization across the board. So if you're finding a situation where you feel there's better product, better vendors, please bring it up the chain of command, because this is certainly something that's, in my mind, has been well thought out over the years. Not saying we're perfect or we execute perfectly every day, but if you have an idea or thoughts that can improve that, please bring it up the chain of command so they get to Brandon and the team, the committee who works on it, so they can evaluate it and maybe make some changes if it's something that we want to do. But thank you for the question, and I hope a lot of people do see the efforts that we make in this area.
Oh, Kimberly, this was a question about the leasing bonus staff, bonus structure for leasing staff.
There are bonus structures that are a little different between the student market and some of the combined properties. So it is something that we're looking at right now. And so I would hate to say, but to put out there that more information will be coming. And as far as to the question on that the entire staff works hard to make a property appealing, not just the leasing staff, I agree with that 100%. And we are rolling out and looking to make sure that bonuses are shared across to the maintenance, the porters, the management, to make sure that everyone shares in that, because it definitely takes everyone on the team to serve the families.
Okay, Donna, just a couple of these questions coming in about the healthcare. Can anyone participate in our plan who, I think this relates to a family plan, if they're over the age of 26?
Not a dependent over age 26, a child, dependent child. The maximum is age 26.
Okay, and then if there is a grace period where you can use up your flexible spending, if you have an unused balance, would it be possible to roll that over into an HSA for the next year?
No, it's not. Those funds need to be used or need to be incurred by the end of the plan year, which would be May 31st, and then you have a few months after May 31st through August to submit and be reimbursed for those funds.
And all that is federal law, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right. There's a whole bunch of people answering questions within the chat, so maybe we could go to this question here that was submitted. about any acquisitions planned for California, or do you want to talk about acquisitions in any particular area, John?
We're always looking for new acquisitions. Canal is rounding out his team right now. Actually, just hired a teammate in right near LA to help with Keisha and Raul's efforts out there. Hired someone in Atlanta and Dallas. So we're looking to expand all the time. Canal right now is an opportunity in Texas. We're looking at a very big acquisition across the country right now. So it's all the time and front and center. It's part of, Mark mentioned, our goal of 100,000 units. It's certainly our intention for acquisitions to turbocharge that goal. So the answer to your question is yes, and not only California, but other parts of the region as well. And I would like to say too, Mick and Christian have done a great job with our equity and debt opportunities across the country. So making those acquisition opportunities available, you got to raise debt, you got to raise equity for them, and they've done an outstanding job and put us in a really good position to win some of these deals.
John, we're after 3 now. So just to let everybody know, we do see that there's been a lot of questions submitted live. There was a couple more questions submitted in advance, which we very much appreciate. And we will follow up with the answers on the internet and post a whole, recording of this. So
yeah, thanks, Laura. And you know what? Our time management isn't great here in home office. So there's just so much going on, and it wasn't me this time. I swear, I kept under 5 minutes. But I certainly appreciate everybody's participation. Thanks for taking time out of your day. And before we say goodbye to the participating sites, just remind you the scholarships applications are front and center right now, and especially for any child of our teammates, is eligible. So please get those in. Mike Levitt and Pat are extremely generous in their matching to make that happen with our teammates and our residents. So please, there's no better gift than a gift of education. So take the time out and encourage that with our teammates, within our residents. So let's go around the horn again to Belvoir.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Zoe.
Woo! Thank you.
Charleston Place. Chestnut Hill. And not but least, Ascension Manor. And Easton, Pennsylvania.
Nathalie, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for what you do. Love you guys. Have a good one.